Just test, make sure everything's working out okay for us here. Test, make sure everything's working out okay for us here. All right, it is. What's going on, guys? It's your boy Malin coming at you with another Madden 21 live stream on this rare Wednesday. Normally I don't really do live streams on Wednesday, but today's a rare exception. I will be off of work for today and tomorrow. No, I don't have COVID. Trust me, guys. I'm perfectly fine and healthy. Just taking 2 days off in a row. Really just wanted to kind of rest up a little bit. Yesterday was election night coverage, and still really tired. I'm still exhausted from all the coverage yesterday and all the stuff that I had to do at work. It was worth it. It was all well and good, but it was very exhausting. So, I just figured that it'd be good to kind of, get a good distraction from that and really launch into a true Dallas Cowboys rebuild. Now, I started a normal franchise, but based on the way this season has gone, it's been a season from hell. I mean, this team is right now in real life 2-6, and we're down to we were down to our third string quarterback last week, but now we're basically down to our fourth and fifth string. I don't even know if it's going to be Cooper Rush or Garrett Gilbert in there. I don't even know who's going to be the starter, so we'll see when that comes about. So here's what's going to happen with this rebuild, all right? So I'm starting off in the preseason, and I'm not planning on making any moves. None. I'm not planning on making any moves during the season because obviously I want to see what I can do in the offseason to make this team just absolutely better. Based on the roster that we're going to have right here, I don't really expect too much from us because I'm going to show you guys the depth chart that we're looking at right now for us. And as you can see, of course, in real life, Andy Dalton is on the COVID list, so who knows when he's going to come back. But this is our starting lineup right here to start off the season. We got Andy Dalton as our starting quarterback. Ben DiNucci is backing him up. We do have Garrett Gilbert as our third stringer. Blake Bell's currently our starting fullback because Olawale's opted out. Pollard's in there. Zeke is in there. Of course, Pollard. We still got Amari Cooper. We got CeeDee Lamb, Noah Brown, Michael Gallup, Cedric Wilson, Malik Turner, I believe. Yeah, Malik Turner. He's a practice squad guy, but he's activated to the real roster now. And here's very interesting. Overall on offense, our offensive overall ranking is an 81, which really isn't that bad. It's better than the Jets, but considering in real life how this team has just not had motivation in the first half of the season is really interesting. Now we have Cameron Irving as our starting left tackle. Connor Williams is still in there. Right now I have Joe Looney at center. I'm not going to put Biadish in there. Zach Martin's still our right guard. We have Brandon Knight at right tackle. Obviously, in real life, Terrence Steele's been getting the start there. And we got Dalton Schultz, our starting tight end, because Blake Jarwin's out for the year. Now, defensively, this isn't that bad of a lineup. D-Law, Woods, obviously Poe's not in there, McCoy's not in there anymore. Tyrone Crawford and Alden Smith. We still got Cheeto. We've still got Jordan Lewis, Anthony Brown, Trayvon Diggs, C.J. Godwin. Darian Thompson and Xavier Woods are our safeties. We got Jalen Smith. Van Der Esch is back in there. And so is Joe Thomas right now. Those are our guys that we have starting in there. We still got Zerline and we got Chris Jones, who shockingly today it was announced that he's going to be out multiple weeks with some kind of groin injury, and I still don't even know what that's about. So that's pretty crazy. And currently we have defensive specialists and everything like that. So this is our lineup, what we're going with right now. So the good thing, I chose this franchise, of course, to start with pre-existing injuries on. So let's go ahead and take a look at that, and I'm going to show you guys who won't be suiting up for this first season. Lyle Collins. Now, in real life, Sean Lee is back, but I guess with this roster, they didn't update it to the point where Sean Lee is going to be used this season, but it's okay anyway, because I really am going to try to use this season to see if I can tank to the best of my ability. Now, I don't think we're going to be bad enough to get the number 1 overall pick. Okay, I don't think this is going to be a live stream where we're going to be tanking for Trevor Lawrence. I don't think this is going to be the way that it's going to pan out. Tyron Smith, of course, is out for the year. Olawale opted out, so he won't be playing this year at all. Jarwin's, of course, out for the year. Dak Prescott with his broken ankle is out for the year. Canada opted out this season. We definitely probably will not be bringing him back because I think in real life he's only on a 1-year deal anyway, so we're definitely going to be looking for corners in the draft. We might just be building the secondary from the ground up with Trayvon Diggs and nobody else based on who we have back there. I'll look into maybe bringing Xavier Woods back, but that's a stretch because based on our salary cap situation and the fact I want to be able to get a contract done with Dak, it's going to be really tough. So we'll see what happens with that. Hyatt, he's out. And Tristan Hill's out for the year as well. So this is a laundry list of just good, decent players up at the top here that we have out for the rest of the year. So that's what we're looking like going into this season. So I'm going to go ahead and advance to the regular season. I'm going to go ahead and sim ahead. I'm not going to sign any free agents. I'm not going to be signing Earl Thomas like I did in the other live stream. I'm just going to kind of let this year play out with the lineup that we have. Obviously, Andy Dalton is going to be out in real life for this week's game against the Steelers and maybe another week because he's on the COVID list and he has to test negative before he even, I think, is allowed to come back to the facility or something like that. So we'll even see. So in this particular rebuild,
now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team.
Season, if we make the playoffs. So we'll see what happens here. So can I see how we did in the preseason? No, I can't because those games have already been played. So let me go ahead and upgrade some players. We can upgrade CJ, Blake Bell, Brandon Knight, Gifford, DiNucci. Yeah, because all these guys probably got significant snaps in the preseason. So I'm going to go ahead and update them. Go ahead and upgrade all these guys, including Stephen Parker. I don't know. If Parker plays well this year, he might be a guy we keep. I don't really know. All right, so let me check and see if we had any other injuries added to our laundry list of just terrible, terrible injuries. So nobody else got hurt. So we're going into the season with, who we have. We beat the Texans 21-3 in the preseason. Well, the Texans are pretty bad this year anyway. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I am going to, let's see. I want to see what we can, scouting here. Let me go ahead and advance to just the next week against the Falcons because in the last couple of live streams that I've done, I had like college scouting on auto. And this
now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team.
Like download a draft class or something. So we'll see. So we lost that game, and we're 0-1 to start off the year, which is like in real life. So let me go ahead and upgrade our players from the first game. We can upgrade Jordan Lewis, Connor Williams, and Cheeto. So let's go ahead and upgrade those guys. I guess it doesn't really give me an option to scout. Let's answer a media question. Thought this team would perform better last season, but things did not come together. How do you avoid that season? Well, stay focused on it. I mean, what can we really say? This season in real life is already a wash anyway, so that's what it's about. Let me go ahead and advance to next week and see if they'll let me scout after this one. I don't know when they're allowing me to scout players, but maybe I have to wait till the off-season, but that's going to be a long way away. Okay, scout college players. Okay, so we can start that in week 3, I guess. Because that's what I want to go ahead and do. I mean, obviously, I could scout guys throughout the whole season and simulate every week, but that's going to be a little bit exhausting.
Now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team.
So let's go ahead and get to the negotiation table because
these players are on the last year of their contract. Re-sign them so you don't.
So Dak's ready to start the negotiation process. So let's go ahead and see.
Cap room is how much. The closer your this is the player. This is the development. This is the abilities tab.
So
here you
we're
can
see how this goes. All right. So we have $39.5 million in cap room. The fair offer is $168 million for 5 years. Fair offer is that. Let's see. So this is our main offer that we're going to go ahead and offer him. This is the standard offer that we have right here. So let's see if he'll bite on it. Okay, so we were able to make that painless. So we've got Dak Prescott back. Now before we advance, I want to see what that does to our salary cap situation here. So my team, let's take a look at the salaries here. So 2020 cap. Salaries, okay. So who... So Dak, of course, is taking up the most amount of money. 122. So we have $49.6 million in cap space. I really already have signed the guy that I absolutely want to bring back. The only other person we can negotiate right now with is Cheeto. He's $83 million. I honestly, guys, I'm thinking about just letting Awuzie walk because we can't afford, the rest of these guys based on the contract that we just gave Dak. I really don't think we can. Because I've done other franchises with the Cowboys, and I try to pay these guys, and I don't have any I don't have any money in the offseason to do anything. I have to end up making a bunch of trades and stuff like that. So yeah. So we've already I've already put the whole Trevor Lawrence thing out of the picture. I mean, we have our quarterback. So let's go to scout college players. All right. So this is what I've been waiting for. I'm going to download a roster from Madden Share. Now, I'm pretty sure there's one at the very top that I can download. I think I've actually already downloaded it. 2021 NFL Draft Bingo. I'm pretty sure this guy has his own YouTube channel. And this guy has like the most 2022. No, I don't want the 2022. I want the 2021. How many who has the most downloads of any roster? Because I want to separate. No. I don't want to separate that. I want to separate downloads from the greatest to the least. Okay, so the most is from. This one says detailed. Rounds 1, 2, 3, and 4. ESPN, Pro Football Focus, College, CBS Sources. Work in progress. Oh, corrupt in a file. Okay, I don't want to risk that. Let me see what this one is. Bengal, please subscribe. You need to re-download for updates. Complete class. Okay. All right. Well, we're going to go ahead and go with this because I'm pretty sure that all the big names will be in there. As you guys can see, I've actually already downloaded this roster for regular modes, but I'm just downloading it again.
Here's a list of all the players that will appear in the upcoming draft. Select a player to select to scout this player and unlock his best skill. Use this information. Each skill unlock will cost you scouting points. A portion unlock this player's true skill ranking to see if he is a. You just found a diamond in the rough.
The thing that I know about scouting is that you go ahead and you go ahead and stay actively involved. And we're going to go ahead and scout Trevor Lawrence. Now, here's something that I'm going to tell you guys in this stream, okay? This is kind of be a fair warning, especially for Cowboy fans out there who are big Prescott fans. And look, I love Dak Prescott. He's a great representative of this team. But rest assured, if we have the worst record in the NFL and we get the #1 overall pick, I'm taking Trevor Lawrence, okay? And if it's the way it goes, we'll just do that. I'm definitely going to be scouting Sewell. If you go on and follow me on Twitter, I even put this guy in a poll saying that if this guy is even available, if Dallas has a top 5 pick in real life, they should consider this guy because this guy's the best offensive lineman in the draft this year. And based on the fact that Tyron Smith and Lyle Collins are starting to get up there in age and they're starting to become damaged goods, I would not be disappointed if they took this guy in the first round. You got to think about the future at some point. So we're also going to scout Rosenhau, who's the best defensive end from the University of Miami. I'm definitely going to scout my guy Patrick Surtain II. Guys, I want this guy to be a Cowboy so bad. His father was an All-Pro. He would be a great Dallas Cowboy. I'm also going to scout Micah Parsons from Purdue. Definitely for sure. I only have 34 points available. Let me go ahead and scout Caleb Fairley for this first week as well. I'm going to scout him. So we only have 4 points left. So we're going to go ahead and let that ride. So we're 0-2 to start off the season. So let's go ahead and advance to the middle of the season, and we'll see where we are as far as our record. I think this will only get us to maybe week 7 or 8. I'm not really sure. Because I think if this simulates correctly, we might be getting ready to play the game against the Steelers, but we'll see. It might be last week's game against Philadelphia. All right, so we're through week 6. This might only go through week 7. Think. Oh, so we're at week 8. Okay. So this might be at the point where we are in real life in this season. Yeah, we're at the game against the Steelers. Wow, we're actually 4-4 right now. That's a bit shocking. Let me see how the rest of the NFC East is doing. Okay, so we might be 4-4, but right now in the NFC East, we're in 3rd place. But it's really neck and neck. Although every team is better than they are in real life. So the Washington football team is in 1st place at 4-3 because they haven't lost 4 games. Everybody else is 4-4. And I guess we just beat the Eagles, so we're 4-4 now. And so are the Giants. So we're 3rd place in the NFC East right now. We beat the Eagles 10-7. Wow. That definitely sounds like a game where if Andy Dalton's starting, that would come to be expected. So we'll go ahead and upgrade these guys. Since we're in the middle of the season, let me also go ahead and check the injury report and see if we got hit with any other serious injuries. Let me see here. Francis Bernard, okay. So, but he's only going to be out for 8 weeks, so he might come back at the end of the season. So I'm not going to put him on IR yet. Plus, we could use, depth at linebacker at the end of the season. Although, like I said, I'm not planning to make on any big trades during the season or anything like that. So now that we're in the middle of the season, let me go ahead and take a look at the negotiating table and see who we can negotiate with. Because there might be some players that I might consider bringing back. I think, so I'm planning on letting Tyron Crawford walk for sure. I want to try to see if I can bring Antoine Woods back because I really do like him. But I don't want to offer him something that's too crazy. We have $30.8 million in cap room. So let me go ahead and see if he'll take this offer. If he doesn't, we'll see. Exactly the offer he was hoping for. Okay, so we got Antoine Woods back. But I'm not going to get too crazy with the re-signings right now. Justin Marsh, I'm letting him walk for sure. Noah Brown, I'm going to let him walk as well. Because the core of our starting receiver core is still pretty much intact. We can find somebody in the draft or somebody in free agency towards the back end to replace Noah Brown. I'm not planning on bringing back Andy Dalton because we drafted Ben DiNucci. I'm planning on him to be our backup quarterback next year. We already got Dak Prescott inked in for 5 years. So then again, depending on how we finish the season. But then again, at 4-4, well, I'll take a look at the standings right here. After this and see who's the worst team in the league right now, because it might be the Jets, it might not be the Jets. We'll see. Cedric Wilson, I'm on the fence about. I feel like maybe I could bring him back, but I don't want to jump the gun just yet on him. Like I said, Awuzie has gotten pretty good at 83, but I really feel like I can get another corner in the draft, and Trayvon Diggs is coming up. I definitely want to see if we can bring back Aldon Smith. $22.2 million in cap. $8 million. Can we bring him back on a 1-year deal maybe? I don't think he'll go for this. Offer is just poor. Okay, we'll keep trying with Aldon Smith, but I don't want to drive it up too much, if you know what I mean. Xavier Woods, 77. I just feel like in the offseason I can get a better safety than him. I'm really going to let him walk, guys. I think we actually still have Darian Thompson on the roster, so we can always move him strong safety if we need to. The general, Sean Lee. He only wants a 1-year deal anyway, so let me see if he'll take just this 1-year deal. Contract lien works, but that's it. I don't know, guys. I might have to let Sean Lee walk as well, because we've got Van Der Esch, we've got Jalen Smith, and who knows, we might be able to draft somebody like Michael Parsons. Let me see about Cedric Will back. Let me adjust this a little bit. Let him walk. Yeah, okay, so let me see down the line. I'm considering bringing Joe Looney back. I think we can let Irving walk and get another backup tackle. Turner, I'm going to let walk. Godwin, I'm not bringing back. We're going to have Blake Jarwin back next year. Dalton Schultz is still going to be here for a couple more years, so we're going to let Blake Bell walk for sure. Justin Hamilton, yeah, he's out of here. Same thing with Bernard and Sanat, Height, Garrett Gilbert, yeah, and LP Laducier, he's our long snapper. I'm going to try to bring him back for maybe a one-year deal, just so we have our long snapper still in there. But, gosh, man. Both of these guys fit our scheme. I'm really torn up about it. You know what? I'm gonna come back to them later. I'm gonna come back to those guys a little bit later and see what we do. Let's get back to scouting college players, because I think we got to rebuild this through the draft in most regards. All right, so let's keep going down the main list of guys that we have and see who we can think about. Sean Wade from Ohio State. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna scout this guy. I might be doing a lot of scouting on defense. Let me get a scout of Creed Humphrey. Could use another center. We probably will have to get another center, honestly. Let me go to positions that we really need to take a look at, really. Cosme from Texas. Let's go ahead and scout him. I'm trying to scout guys that also fit our scheme as well. Let's go ahead and scout some left guards, because we could use some depth behind the guys that we have. Let's go to centers here. These guys really fit our scheme. Do we have I just got a Creed Humphrey. Is there another decent guy I could consider? No, not really. Not really a lot of good centers out there. Right guard, yeah, Deontay Brown from Alabama. Oh wow, he's not a diamond. That's a little bit shocking here. See about Cade Mays from Tennessee. Nah, he's still Tommy Framer. Brown. These guys are all duds. Oh, Jack Anderson from Tech. Oh, but we don't have enough scouting points though. Okay, we'll come back to Jack when we get another chance to scout some players. Okay, so let me simulate to the playoffs. We'll see if we make it. I don't think we will, because the rest of the entire NFC East all has the same record at 4-3 or 4-4. So we'll see. And shockingly, the Washington football team is leading the division. I'm guessing Dwayne Haskins is their starting quarterback, but I don't really know. I haven't checked that. But anyway, regardless, we're simulating to the playoffs. We're going to see what we're going to do. Don't see us making the playoffs with the roster that we have, but we'll see. Somehow we won 4 games in the first half of the season without Dak playing a single one of them. So that's a little bit sketchy, but it is a video game, so we'll see. Plus, you don't have that coach's tension like in real life. So
You have a player healed from injury and ready to play.
Oh my goodness, guys. We made the playoffs. What? We made the playoffs we went 9-7. Did we win the NFC East? Guys, we won the NFC East with Andy Dalton as our starting quarterback. Wow. We went 9-7. And the Washington football team clinched a playoff berth at 8-8. The Giants went 7-9, and the Eagles went 6-10. So after we beat them, I guess they fell off a cliff. Let's see about the rest of the NFC, because if the Washington football team went 8-8, they made the playoffs, it must mean the rest of the NFC wasn't very good. Okay, the Saints went 11-5. They're the number 1 seed in the NFC. 49ers won their division, I think. Did they? Yeah, they won their division, so they went 11-5. The Falcons somehow went 11-5. Oh my goodness. Packers went 10-6. We went 9-7. The Seahawks. So the Seahawks and the football team are the wild card teams. They're the non-division winners. So it was a tight race. Seattle went 9-7. 49ers went 11-5. So 49ers won only 2 more games than the Seahawks. And the rest of the NFC, Panthers went 8-8, but I guess they won a tiebreaker against they lost the tiebreaker to the football team. So the football team is 8-8. The Washington football team is in the playoffs. It's unbelievable. Well, what's more unbelievable is that we made the playoffs at 9-7. I'm gonna have to go back and look at our schedule and see how in the world we got here, because I want to see how on earth. Okay, so we lost to the Rams and we lost to the Falcons to start off the year. They were close losses. We beat Seattle at Seattle with Andy Dalton. Keep in mind, there's no COVID in this game, so the fans were there. We beat the Browns by 14. We lost to the Giants big at home. We beat the Cardinals at home. We lost to the football team on the road. We beat the Eagles, lost to the Steelers only by 8. In real life, that's probably going to be 40-3. We beat the Vikings 34-13. Goodness gracious. We beat the football team in Dallas for the second game. Okay, so we got our revenge on them. Lost to the Ravens by 3, but only by 3. We only lost to Lamar Jackson by 3. Unbelievable. Beat the Bengals by 14 with Joe Burrow in there. Lost to the 49ers by 8. We beat the Eagles. So we beat the Eagles twice, didn't we? Yeah, we beat them twice. So we beat the Eagles back home by 14. And then in the regular season finale, we beat the Giants by 7. And I guess that game really was to clinch the NFC East. And I don't know who Washington was playing, but I guess whoever they won or lost to, they got in. Because the Panthers went 8-8 with Teddy Bridgewater. So, man, oh man. So let's see. We got people returning from injury. Looks like Brandon Knight is one of them. Let me check the injury report and see who we have and who we don't have going into the playoffs. Like new injuries. Because I already know who was out before. No, we have no new injuries. So even with like our second string pretty much in there the whole season, we remain relatively healthy. And that's a little bit surprising. That really is surprising, guys. Like, I'm shocked that we were still able to go 9-7 and make the playoffs. However, we are going to be hosting the Falcons at our place for a wild card game. I'm pretty confident we're going to lose this game. So I guess you can kind of call this a rebuild, but the fact that Andy Dalton led this team to the playoffs, let me see how we did. I want to see how everybody's stats were looking, because Dalton must have played pretty well. 3,000. Okay, he passed for over 3,500 yards. He had 27 touchdowns and only 8 interceptions, 65% completion percentage. Wow. And it looks like DiNucci actually played. Only 71 yards, no touchdowns, no interceptions, 7 out of 10 for the whole year. Gilbert didn't play, and of course Dak didn't play. Zeke was 1 yard away from a 1,500-yard season. Pollard, 420. Dalton ran for 133, and Dowdle actually got some carries in there. Like Bell, 21 yards. So Zeke had 1,400 yards, and he ran for 6 touchdowns, which is not very good for our running game, but it's not that bad. Receiving touchdowns, Amari Cooper had just over 1,000 yards, 79 catches, 6 TDs. CeeDee Lamb actually led the team in touchdown catches with 8. Not bad for our rookie, 826 yards. Schultz, 6 touchdowns on the year, 731 yards. Michael Gallup, 6 touchdowns. Bell had 1. And that's really it. So passing-wise, Dalton threw for 27 touchdowns, which is, for a backup, that's pretty good. So Andy Dalton actually played pretty decently. However, we signed Dak long-term. I'm still planning to let Dalton walk. Really not planning on, doing anything with that. Defensively, our leader in tacklers was Leighton Vander Esch with 110. Who led the team in sacks? DeMarcus Lawrence had 14 sacks on the season. Wow. Aldon Smith had 8. Jalen had 3. Vander Esch had 2. Wow. Man, DeMarcus Lawrence in this mode played like he deserved that contract. Who led us in interceptions? Who had the most interceptions on the team? Leighton Vander Esch led 2 interceptions with 3. Anthony Brown had 2. Wow, that's pretty good. Xavier Woods had 1. Thomas had 1. And Jordan Lewis had 1. So none from Trayvon Diggs. So I'm kind of looking at stats because I want to see if anybody had great stats who we were in the negotiations with. Anthony Brown's still on the team, and we're planning to keep him. Woods, how many tackles did he have? He had 66 on the year. It's not bad for defense for our. He had the most tackles, I think, of any defensive back that we had. Did he? Or no? No, that was Lewis with 105. Yeah. He had 5 tackles for loss. Wow. Okay, guys. So based on this, I'm gonna see if I'm gonna see if after we get to the playoffs, if we can get Jordan Lewis back in here, because I think once we get done with the playoffs, wherever we are, I think we can get back to the negotiation table. But that is really surprising that Dak goes down for the year and Andy Dalton still throws for over 3,500 yards, 27 touchdowns, only 8 picks. That's pretty good. I don't think they announced who I wonder who's going to be in the. Well, shoot, that might be good enough for Dalton to make the Pro Bowl. I don't even know, but we'll see. So let's go ahead and advance through the wild card game. I don't think we'll win because the Falcons, I think they have everybody healthy. So I'm expecting us to lose. Yet we did lose. So we lost to the Falcons only by 4. That's not bad. So on one hand, this team in this mode that I played in the first season did not play nearly as bad as they did in the first year. Okay, in real life they're 2-6. In this mode we finished 9-7. We won the NFC East by 1 game. 9-7, not bad. It's a better record than we had last year under Garrett. So McCarthy has definitely saved his job. So I'm going to make sure to try to get him back in here. So we got practice squad players that we re-signed. So I'm going to go ahead and just blaze through these guys right here. So now we got to re-sign our staff. We got to re-sign. Well, I'm going to re-sign Mike McCarthy. So head coach, chief scout, and team trainer. Okay. So I'm definitely bringing him back. I appreciate the offer. Yeah, we're going to bring everybody back. I don't want to make any coaching changes right now. So let's advance to the conference championship. I don't know when they're going to allow us to scout players again. It might be before the Super Bowl, but I can't remember in this mode. And also before Super Bowl week. Yeah, let's check out the Pro Bowl roster. Let's see if we had anybody make it. So Zeke made it because he rushed for almost, I think, 1,500 yards. He's up to a 91 overall, so he actually got better throughout the season. Let's see, who else made it? Zach Martin made it. So Zach Martin made the Pro Bowl. I know. DeMarcus Lawrence made it. Oh my goodness, guys. He's up to an 87 overall. Yeah. So he's playing like he's worth that contract in this mode. Greg Zuerlein made the Pro Bowl. And that's it. So we had 4 Cowboys make it. Not bad. So let's go ahead and advance to the Super Bowl week, and let's see who's going to be playing for the Lombardi. The Browns made it to the Super Bowl. Unbelievable. And they're going to be taking on Drew Brees and the Saints. Let's check out the yearly awards here. I don't think we had any Cowboys in the running for really any awards. No, not for MVP. Coach of the Year. No, McCarthy was not even in consideration. NFC Offensive Player of the Year. We didn't have anybody in here. NFC Defensive Player of the Year. DeMarcus Lawrence and Van Der Esch, they made the top 10 of the voting here, but not quite. Offensive Rookie of the Year. CeeDee Lamb won Offensive Rookie of the Year. Nice. That's awesome. So CeeDee Lamb is Offensive Rookie of the Year. Rico Dowdle in the top 10. What the heck? Defensive Rookie of the Year. We didn't have anybody in there. Best Quarterback. Dalton at 7. Best Running Back. Zeke finished 4th. I guess it was a down season for him, but he still ran for over 1,000 yards. Best Offensive Lineman, Zach Martin, finished just behind Armstead. Best Defensive Lineman goes to our man D-Law. Van Der Esch, best linebacker. He was up there for consideration at least. Best DB, we didn't have anybody. Best kicker, Zuerlein finished 8th in that. So yeah. So we had CeeDee Lamb win Offensive Rookie of the Year, so that's pretty good. Not bad for his first year. So let's get back to scouting, because we still got plenty of positions that we need. So as far as our needs, looking at what we really need to be scouting, looking at the fact that we might be losing a lot of defensive backs, I'm really going to start scouting that. So let me go and scout Holland here. He's a diamond, so that's good. Caden Stearns. Oh man, this guy. Yeah, I think he's definitely somebody scouting. Let's go and Traylon Warwick as well from TCU. Yeah, these guys all fit our scheme too, so I think it'd be good to scout them as well. Let's go back to free safeties. Harris Ford from Pittsburgh, scout him. We go let Richard LeConte from Georgia. Darius Washington. All right, let's go to corners. We got to scout these guys. Tyson Campbell from Georgia. Let's get him. Let's scout him. Jace Horn, South Carolina. Let's go to linebackers here. Justin Rice, Fresno State. He fits our scheme, so he's going to be a little bit on the lower side. But yeah, let's go to defensive linemen as well. We might have some guys in there. Never scouted Rosal. Who else is in here that's pretty good? Any good right-ends in here? Any defensive tackles? Let's go Marvin Wilson. Who else? Aaron Browning from Ohio State. Yeah. We're possibly going to let Sean Lee walk, so we need to be looking at some younger players to bring in here. Yeah, let's upgrade our Offensive Rookie of the Year and CeeDee Lamb. Yeah, he played well this year. That was a bit shocking. All right, so let's see who wins the Super Bowl. Pretty sure it'll be the Saints, but you never know.
This is the last opportunity to re-sign your players or they'll become free agents.
So the Browns won the Super Bowl. Unbelievable. They won the Super Bowl 26-20 over the Saints. Man, oh man. Okay, so this is our last chance to get to the negotiating table and try to retain some of our guys. Now, Cheeto, we're letting him walk. How much? Let's see about Jordan Lewis. Exactly the offer he was hoping for. Cool. So we've got Jordan Lewis back. Now, I don't think no aspect of this offer matches what a... So what does Alden want? Okay, he wants 1 year, $8.9 million. $1.9 million. Total, fair offer, cap hit. Let's see about this. He likes to play for a new team. Okay, well, what we can do is we can always put the franchise tag on him, but let me see what else we can do here. Xavier Woods, I'm planning on letting him walk away. He really didn't stand out very much this year, so I think he's some guy that we can let walk out the door. Cedric Wilson, I don't think I'm going to try to bring him back. Let me see about Joe Looney here. He's going to test out free agency. Okay, it's all right, Joe. We still got Biotish. Might have to draft a center as well. Like Bell, Fritz Bernard. Yeah, all these guys, we're going to let them walk. And I guess LaDucier retired, so we can't bring him back. So, guys, I'm going to go ahead and give the franchise tag to Aldon Smith here. Fortunately, we didn't have to use it on Dax, so that's a little bit of a good sign. All right, so let me see what this does to our salary cap here. So, cap. How much cap room do we have? Okay. Salaries. Cap space. So we're going to go ahead and advance to stage 1 of the offseason. We're definitely not going to have as high of a draft pick as I hoped for, but maybe there'll be one of those corners still available. So we're negative in cap room. So I'm going to have to make some trades, and I might have to cut some people too. So let's get to it. Now, let's cut him. Yeah, I'm going to cut him. We have to cut really all these receivers. Also, yeah, we're going to cut all these guys. I don't know how much better this is going to make it, but you know, we got to cut the bait with, you know, pointless players, because our cap situation is, we can't go after anybody in free agency right now with the way our salary cap is. So we're going to cut Lacey as well. So now we're only down to 3 receivers on the roster, but we do have the draft coming up, so we got time for that as well. All right, I'm going to have to cut Sean McKinnon. Can I cut this guy without having any salary cap? Yeah. All right. So, freed some cap room there. Brandon Knight, Connor Williams, Biotish. Yeah. Aldon Smith. We might have to cut bait with Dorrance Armstrong. Incur a penalty? No, I don't want anything that's going to give me penalties at this point. Let me try to see if I can trade him away. He's a 71 overall. He's a decent right end. Let's see. As far as what I really could use from another team, I really just want to kind of get some picks, if anything. Let me see if I can get maybe a 2021 pick in the 3rd round. Trade offer was accepted. Okay, so we will trade away Dorrance Armstrong. So let's check and see what that does to our salary cap situation here. So let's see, how much? So what are we looking like as far as salary? So So we have 5.3 million in cap space. Okay, cool. So the trade of Dorrance Armstrong helped out. And if I do trades here, it's really just going to be me trading away for a bunch of picks because you got to dump some of these contracts. And I think he was going to go into one of his last years anyway, so that actually suits out pretty well. Now Reggie Robinson. Now I got some good expectations for this guy. He's a 66 overall. He could blossom into something. And I still got Donovan Wilson and Darian Thompson here. Jordan Lewis, Anthony Brown, and Trayvon Diggs. Yeah, we're rebuilding basically our entire defensive secondary. And of course, we let Sean Lee walk, so we had to bite it. Defensive tackles are actually pretty good shape right here. So, might have to trade somebody else away. Let's see. Definitely trading away D-Law after that performance. Oh. What are all these extra kickers doing here? Yeah, let's get rid of these kickers. We don't need these extra kickers here. We don't need these guys. Cool. Alright. Alright. So let's view all available free agents here. We still have, oh my goodness. Whew. Wow. Oh my goodness. This is going to be harder than I thought. Salaries. Player release net savings. You know, I think we're going to have to try to find a way to, I think we're going to have to trade away Aldon Smith, guys. I'm sorry. I mean, we can't, who else needs a good defensive end out there? Let's see if we can trade him to the Bills and get maybe a decent pick from them. Let me see about a second-round pick. Cool. Got a second-round pick from the Bills in exchange for Aldon Smith. Hopefully that helps. So we have $6.2 million in cap room. It's not a lot, but it is what it is. So we need, let's see, Marcus Williams. I don't really like any of those guys. Strong safety. Ah, man. Let's see if we can bring Xavier Woods back. Not for... Alright, let's try to bring Woods back. It's probably it, though. So we traded away, so we could definitely use a left end. You know, honestly, we could bring... No, wait a minute, hold a second. No, we don't need a left end. We need a right end, because all we got is Randy Gregory. He's 74 overall, which is not bad, but, yeah. Don't think we need to. Yeah, we can't even make that offer. We don't have enough cap room. Oh, my goodness. Man, too much money. I'm feeling like maybe I shouldn't have even given all that money to Dak, but... We need yeah, we don't even have a left outside linebacker. Let's see if we can get somebody maybe on the cheap side here. Marcus Golden. That's it for us. He doesn't have any other offers, so I think we'll be in okay shape. We don't even have Sean Lee anymore, so he's a 72 overall. So yeah, middle linebacker we're good. We guess still got Jalen Smith in there. Yeah, we could use another. We could bring Damian Wilson back. He's a 74 overall. Let's try to bring Damian Wilson back. Yeah, we don't even have room for that. Man, we don't have enough room for that. Okay. What other guys in here to fit our scheme? Vigil? Let's see about Vigil. No. 1 year. Don't even have enough money to do that. Jesus. Okay, well we've made offers to a couple guys. Let's see here. Yeah, the thing is, we can't trade away anybody, really. Alright, let's go ahead and advance to stage 2 and see if those contracts were accepted.
All combine stats, such as the 40-yard dash, are now available in scouting.
Alright. So we got Xavier Woods back. That's good. So now... let's see about, our negotiations. Well, it looks like Marcus Golden is still pondering the offer. So, that's good to know. Let's get back to scouting.
Each player has a combine grade. Now, this score represents how well combine performance tells you how players' speed.
So, these are all the results from the combine. So, man. Oh man, we need a left out. If Marcus Golden doesn't work out, we're gonna need another left outside linebacker. Jeremiah Osakerma, Notre Dame. What the hell? Joseph Osei. So we don't even have a left outside linebacker. What are we really lacking? Right end is a D. Let's Payne, Michigan. Do we even have anybody in here that fits our scheme that's in the class? We don't even have that. We didn't hit Hutchinson? No, he's let me see here. Well, let's keep going. Maybe go a few more quarterbacks. Let's go ahead and scout Fields. I already know he's going to have a pretty good grade on him. So let me go down to some of the lower rounds here. Shane Buechele, SMU, nearby SMU. Let's go ahead and scout him. Do we have enough to scout Felipe Franks? No, we don't even have enough to scout Felipe. Oh well. Okay. So let's advance to stage 3 and let's see if Marcus Golden accepted our offer. If he doesn't, our first round pick might have to be a left outside linebacker. We don't have one. We got Marcus Golden. Cool. All right, cool. So let me see what this does to our depth chart situation here. I don't know what his number will be. I might have to change his number. We'll see what his number is. Let's go ahead and, for right now, put Marcus Golden in there as our starting left outside linebacker. His overall is 72, which is not bad at all. He's a decent linebacker, and he fits our scheme. So, so let me put Jalen Smith back in there. We don't have another. Yeah, we don't have another right outside linebacker. So I just need to adjust the depth chart a little bit. Okay, so free agency, our first season really wasn't that great. We brought back Xavier Woods because after contemplating, I really didn't want to see him walk away. We definitely need corners. We need a lot of defense because we let a lot of defensive players walk away because of the money we gave to Dak. So we're going to basically skip the rest of free agency for this here. So we got to go heavy on scouting on defense in this draft. Fortunately, there's a lot of diamonds here from the cornerback position here. Ooh, Asante Samuel Jr. Yeah, I got to scout this guy. Yeah, he's definitely a diamond. Elijah Molden from Washington, yeah. Costco Fields, yeah. Free safeties. Gotta keep scouting these guys. Quentin Lake. They're not very good. This guy, we only have 2 points left, so I think that's it. Alrighty then. So let's advance to the next week, season. I need to look and see what we're picking at. Can I look at the draft order, maybe? My owner goals, media questions, teams out of financial staff. Well, let's keep scouting. I don't even know where our pick is. I don't even know where to take a look at that. Strong safeties. Let's get back into scouting these guys. Leon O'Neal Jr. Well, he's not a diamond, so not exactly what I was looking for there. Let's keep scouting some more of these free safeties here. We could use some of that. We don't. Let's go on offense. I feel like we really need to keep scouting these right ends because we're at a D in that. Right. I've scouted a lot of these guys already. Let me go back to offense. Let's go back to left tackles here. Jackson Carman. Let's do him. Antoine Winston. He fits our scheme, so let's scout him. And now we're only at 14, so I don't think that'll be enough to scout anybody else. So I'm gonna try to stick to drafting the players that we've scouted throughout this process, but we'll see. We'll see what we can do, guys.
Welcome to Draft Week. All the effort you spend scouting comes down to this. Start the draft whenever you're ready.
The Raiders are now on the clock.
Get it. So we have the 24th pick. Make your selection. Let's see. Is there anybody still here who we scouted who's available? Javon Holland, we scouted him. Yeah. Available. Let's go and draft Javon Holland. We need a free safety.
The Cowboys are now on the clock.
We reached... Man. Okay, well, I got a trophy for a stud finder. 73 overall. Well, hopefully we can develop him and he can get that up a little bit. All right. Second round, pick 24. Let's see who we have here, who we scouted, who's available. Jace Horn, South Carolina. We definitely need, Cade Stearns. You know what, guys? Let's get Cade Stearns up in here.
The Cowboys are now on the clock.
Good pick. Cool. All right, cool. So he's a 72 overall. Yeah, Cade Stearns. From the University of Texas. He's a Texas boy. Probably always wanted to be a Cowboy. And we have the very next selection, too, based on some of the trades that we made this offseason. Available... Kyle Trask from Florida is still available. No way, he's not been selected yet. So Jace Horn is still here on the board. Well, then again, it's our next pick. So let's go ahead and take Horn.
The Cowboys are now on the clock.
Says we reached, but he's a 70 overall, which is not too bad. We only have 3 corners on the roster, so we needed to draft another one. So now we're at the 3rd round. Let's make a pick here. All right, so... Who do we have left who we actually scouted? Baron Browning from Ohio State. We need another left outside linebacker. So let's take him.
The Cowboys are now on the clock.
Says we reached 68 overall. I'm not too mad at that, honestly. 4th round. Let's see who we have here. Who do we have left that's scouted that we actually scouted? Offensive needs. Ben Brown. Do we need a right outside linebacker? Yeah, we could use another one. Joe Tyrant out of Washington. Let's go with Joe.
The Cowboys are now on the clock.
We reached, yeah. 67 overall. That's not too bad. 5th round. Here we go. Yeah. Well, we've definitely gone defensive heavy, which is what we had to do. But we need offense too. We have 3 receivers on the roster. Terrence Marshall Jr. from LSU. He's 3rd round talent. Oh, man. Terrence Marshall Jr. Let's draft him. Says good pick. 68 overall. Not bad.
The Cowboys are now on the clock.
All right. That's our last pick. Really gone defensive heavy, which is what we had to do in this draft. All right, so we really could use another center because we drafted one right end. Is there a right end that's maybe available that we could take that might be good? No, they're all projected to go on draft. No projection for them whatsoever. Well, the same thing can go for the centers that we have left. We still have Biotish. Really take offensive linemen either, so Andrew Underwood, welcome to the team. I didn't see his final grade, but the indication is that he was a good pick, so that's who we're going with. All right. So these are all of our picks. Javon Holland, free safety. Caden Stearns, Chase Horn, Baron Browning, Joe Tryon, Terrence Marshall Jr., and Andrew Underwood. So a decent class for the rebuild for the first year. So let's adjust the roster a little bit because I want to see really who we even have. So during this offseason, before we even get into the preseason, we're going to have to make some moves because we have no fullbacks. We have enough tackles. We have, I think, 3 guards total, but we need depth. Can't afford to not have that. We didn't draft a right end, which is another position that I really wanted to take, but there was just nobody looking very good. Our linebacker situation is looking better now. We drafted 2 guys in the draft to help out with that. Cornerbacks, we're starting to rebuild that back up. We drafted Jace Horn from South Carolina. Trayvon Diggs is still here. Anthony Brown and Jordan Lewis are our number 1 corner. Javon Holland is better than Darian Thompson. We might be able to actually let one of these guys go. I'm not really sure. Xavier Woods, Caden Stearns. I guess technically we didn't really need to draft Caden Stearns, but we just really needed to upgrade that secondary, guys. We really needed to. Because we had to let almost all of our good defensive backs walk. And it took us getting into the free agency era to try to get Xavier Woods back. So that was pretty rough. All right, so I didn't really need to adjust the roster. Let's go ahead and advance to preseason move 1. As far as filling out the roster to make sure that we have depth, I'm going to look at the free agency pool and see who.
Now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team.
So Blake Jarwin is finally back and returned from injury, so that's good. Tristan Hill is returning from injury, so that's good. And season game at the stadium. So let's go ahead and check.
You have grades for browse available players to improve your team.
So let's go ahead and take a look and see. We could use another quarterback. I'm going to go free agent pool here. Let's see if we can sign like Josh Rosen. Yeah, I must clear before signing this player. Okay, that stinks. Alright. God, we just got no room to do anything. Mike Davis, free agent. Oh, we can't even bring him in. Might have to cut bait with some of our other defensive backs here. Just might have to. Safety-wise, I'm gonna see if can I cut Darian Thompson? Can I just get him out of here? Incur a penalty. Okay, let's try to trade him away. Let's try to trade him. Who needs a free safety? Come one, come all. Let's see. Who needs a free safety here? Chargers need one. Not looking for any players. Let's just see if we can. Let's see if we can get some draft picks. Maybe a 4th round pick for Thompson. If not, I'll just keep going lower. I'm interested in a better offer. Okay, that's fine. We'll go with a 6th round pick. You cannot complete this trail, put your team below the minimum roster size. Oh man. Okay, well that's fine. Can we maybe ask for y'all's fullback? Goodness gracious me. Alright, I don't think the Chargers are interested. Let's see if we can get Thompson to go somewhere else. I don't think the Chargers are going to bite on that. What about the Chiefs? No, they don't need a safety. Who else needs a free safety out there? Ah, the Raiders. Alright. We just want a low pick. We just want a pick. That's fine. Make a better offer, okay. So we're gonna go 6th round. I think we're just gonna have to go 6th round wherever we try to trade Darian Thompson because his value is just flat out not that good. Are you serious? Okay, alright, well. Let's go 7th round. Put up below the line, Jesus. Can we get y'all's fullback? Man. Maybe if I just take away the pick and ask for their fullback, would that work? No. Let's try to find another team then. The Raiders don't need him. Not the Rams. No. Let's try the Ravens. Draft picks. Well, you take a 7th runner. Would you take him for a 7th runner? Below the minimum roster size. Oh my God. This is getting really hard, guys. Team needs. No, they wouldn't give us their starting fullback. He's too good. He's an 82 overall. Anthony Ciclino, whatever his name is. Ravens are not interested. Center. We've got a lot of centers. Give us like Patrick Morris, your lowest, like one of your 3rd lowest rated centers. Trade offer was accepted. Cool. All right, so we got a center. We were able to trade away Darian Thompson because we don't need him anymore. We have our new starting safety, Javon Holland. Donovan Wilson is our backup, Xavier Woods, and we have Caden Stearns as our other strong safety out there. Still want to keep Reggie Robinson there and see what he can truly develop into. We'll see what happens with that. Okay, so let me go back to free agency. See if I can see if now I can bring in. I want to bring in a 3rd quarterback. Put us over the salary cap. Jeez. Malcolm Brown. Get him. Oh, is over salary cap or limit? No, it's over salary cap. Man, we might have to trade with somebody else. Roster. So, can I move Morris maybe to like maybe left guard? Yeah. 63 overall, that's good. Okay, so we got linemen at all spots. We only have 44 players on the roster. We only have 53. Well, I don't really know what more moves I can really do before the season, guys, based on the fact that, we got Prescott locked up to a contract. So, anyway, so I'll definitely be doing a part 2 of this. Like I said, then again, I guess I could have played since we made the playoffs in our first year, but overall, this is still a Dallas Cowboys rebuild. This is year 2, so, obviously it's nice to try to play with a team that, is unlike the way things are going this season. So, anyway. So, thank you guys very much for watching. I will see you guys in the next video. Have a good night.